Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield release in just over 3 weeks, and I am beyond excited to finally play these Pokemon games. These will be the first brand new region-based games on the Nintendo Switch, and I think it will have a big impact on the future releases of Pokemon. With most Pokemon games, however, Game Freak gives us 2 different versions to choose from. Sword and Shield are no exception, and although whenever they do this and split the games into 2, they are largely the same exact game, there are still some smaller differences that would actually have an impact on which version you decide to buy. In this video, we'll be going over each difference to help you decide on which version is best for you if you're still torn, and at the end of the video, I'll let you guys know which version I pre-ordered and which one I plan on picking up when Pokemon Sword and Shield release on November 15th. Make sure you guys leave a like as well if you're hyped for Sword and Shield, and subscribe with notifications turned on if you haven't already so you don't miss any future uploads. The first difference I want to talk about are the cover legendary Pokemon, as these are 2 of the most obvious differences between the 2 versions. First up, we have Zacian for Pokemon Sword. All we really know about this Pokemon is its name and design so far. Unfortunately, we don't know the typing, any signature moves, or any of the moves for that matter yet. Compared to previous Pokemon games though, these games seem to be the ones we know the least about prior to release, especially since we're so close to release of the games, which only adds to my excitement. For Shield we have Zamazenta, and as you can see, both of these Pokemon resemble each other quite a lot. It's not currently stated explicitly that these 2 are version exclusives to the versions they're covered on yet. However, since cover legendary Pokemon tend to be version exclusives, we can assume that each cover legendary Pokemon will play at least a more significant role in the game that they're featured on. If you prefer one of these Pokemon over the other, that could be enough to convince you to get one version over the other, since you're probably going to end up looking at this Pokemon a lot. Next up we have Gym Leaders, which to my surprise includes some version exclusive Gym Leaders for Sword and Shield. Right now we have the Fighting type Gym Leader Bea exclusive to Sword, and the Ghost type Gym Leader Alistair exclusive to Shield. There are rumors that you can still battle the other version's Gym Leader later on in the game, perhaps in the post game, but that is just a rumor, so take that with a grain of salt. I personally really like Alistair's design a lot more than Bea's, as Bea's doesn't really seem to stand out too much, especially compared to other Fight type turns we've had in the past. As for Alistair, they remind me more of Bones from Yu-Gi-Oh!, who is one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters of all time. I really hope that both of these gym leaders will have a brand new Galar Pokemon to go with their gym's type, which I think would be really exciting. And now for version exclusive Pokemon besides the cover legendaries, let's start with the new Pokemon first. As of right now, we unfortunately only know of 1 new Pokemon exclusive to each version of the game, with those being Sirfetch'd exclusive to Pokemon Sword and Galarian Ponyta exclusive to Pokemon Shield. Both of these Pokemon seem to be very loved by fans, and I noticed a lot of people saying they will get Pokemon Shield version just because of how much they love Galarian Ponyta. And I can't really blame them, because this is one of the coolest looking Pokemon we've seen in a long time. Galarian Ponyta is a Psychic type Pokemon, which we can only assume will evolve into Galarian Rapidash as well, which we should hopefully get revealed soon. As for Sirfetch'd, it evolves from regular Farfetch'd and is a Fighting type Pokemon, as opposed to the normal type and flying typing that regular Farfetch'd has. Maybe Sirfetch'd is the new Galar Fighting type Pokemon Bea will have, but we'll find out soon enough when the games actually come out. As for the other version exclusive Pokemon we have for Sword and Shield, so far every one of them seem to be somewhat of a counterpart to each other. For example, we have the Gothitelle line exclusive to Sword and the Reuniclus line exclusive to Shield. Both of these Pokemon are Generation 5 3-stage Psychic type Pokemon, along with other Pokemon like Turtonator being exclusive to Sword and Drampa being exclusive to Shield, which are a duo of Pokemon from the Alola region. I'll put a full list on the screen right now of all of the version exclusive Pokemon we know of so far, and I'll also be linked in the description in case you guys want to get a closer look. And that's pretty much everything we know about Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield exclusives so far. It's not too much yet, but I personally like how they're giving us less information compared to games in the past like Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. For me personally, I feel like learning so much about Sun and Moon ahead of the release killed a lot of the hype and excitement for the game for me, and made the games a bit less enjoyable, which is probably why they're my least favorite Pokemon games. With Sword and Shield, however, I am very excited. The version I decided to pre-order was Pokemon Sword version, ultimately because I like the cover legendary a bit more, but also because I really want to use Sirfetch'd when I play through the game. I remember using Farfetch'd on my team when I first played through Pokemon Red as a kid through one of those trade evolutions in Vermilion City, so this will be a nice little throwback to my first ever Pokemon team. I would say though that I do prefer some of the exclusive Shield Pokemon like Tyranitar and Goodra being some of my favorite Pokemon, and I will miss out a little bit on not having Galarian Ponyta, but I can always trade with people who have the other versions later on if I really want those Pokemon, and of course I could also just buy the other version, which I'll probably end up doing eventually, and I'm sure there's people out there who will just get both anyway. Let me know in the comments down below which version you plan on getting anyway, based on the exclusives we know so far, and why. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, have a great rest of your day, I will see you all next time, and bye bye.